Hello everyone. So, after a long absence and working on a new feature um, for the language, in particular control flow analysis, I've been realizing that I need to do some refactoring. So the first example of refactoring I have is if I look in the AST expression nodes and simultaneously the in the new system for its node idea. Now, in the AST nodes, we have binary operation, right? And in the unary, we also have binary operation. Let's compare these two enums. As you'll notice, they're of the same length, and they have the exact same members. So, we need to somehow extract these into a common set. Since I don't want the control flow to, I don't want these to depend on each other. That is, I don't want the control flow graph to need the AST for, I don't want a through dependency. I want a separate library to handle these. So I think we can try and extract these into their own header. So the way we'll do it is we'll create a source. I think a common would be useful. Source, common, and then this would be operations. Yeah. .hpp, of course. And this would be binary operand, no, operation. But we can't have it as binary operation because that would conflict here. So we need to say that this is namespace. Let's call it, actually, let's put it in the operation namespace. And this would be binary. Well, if we can't make that file, 1 second while I create the file. Common. Yep. And then here we can just remove this as well. And then instead of an operand, we'll put in an operation binary. Operation binary. And the reason we say operation binary is so that we can use the term binary operation in other places. It also allows us to have an operation namespace where we'll also put the unary one. As you'll notice, the unary one also has the same operation. This is unary. Operation unary. Unary. And then here we'll start including this by saying hash include a common slash operations. Found file redefinition. Right. We have to add our include guards. This would be common operations.hvp. Define common operations. Yep, so we have operation. This is the unary. Okay, so this one has a problem. Why? Well, I'll figure it out. Let's just run build here. Okay. So scrolling all the way back, common operations not found. Right, because we need to angle bracket that. I understand why. Okay, so since we're having issues there, time to edit the AST CMake file. And this is also the part where we need to extract the CMake out. Yep. Okay, so before we add our subdirectories, we need to add. This is a bit of trickiness. I'd say that we need to. Let's add the common library before the. Get utils and common. First, so the libraries may need it, may need them. And that means in common, we need to create a CMake lists txt. So we need to add a library, definitely. Need to add a library, though there is really no library to add because we add common. We don't really have a we can include directories. Well, we do have an include directory to add, though. We'll call it at the public level, and it will be this directory. Link libraries with little c common. Actually, no, we need the AST library to have this. See if that works the way I think it does. No sources were given. Correct. I need to, 1 second while I open up CMake to look at its add include directory. No, I need to add library. So let me just bring this over so everyone can see what I'm doing. So we have add libraries. We want to add not a normal library, we want to add an interface library. An interface library does not compile sources and does not produce a library artifact. However, it may set properties. That's what we want. We want to just set the properties. So we can now open up the common. For now, we'll mark this as a interface library. Target includes may only set interface properties on interface targets. Okay. That means this should be interface. Right. Okay. So you have issues. We added the common. Let's see if we link libraries. Interesting. Let's explicitly say that these are public. Okay, so we still have that error. Let's see, what are we actually throwing in as the include path? Common dot slash dot. Interesting. I see what's happening. We don't want to include dot, we want to include dot dot. So that's a really weird way to do it. Let's see if that works. I think our temporary solution is going to have to be this, and then I'll have to write a comment saying to do find a better way to include folder and require actually in that case I think what I should do then is common should just be a list of common is not going to just end up being a list of headers, because one of the reasons that I want to move over to this is if you look in where was it? I had it somewhere. Was it in Visitor? No, it wasn't in Visitor. It was utils. String utils now. Find the name. Talk in there. Yeah, there it is. Token to string. This is the big reason that I want to move over to this sort of unified system, because token to string, as you'll notice, has a bunch of this. And if we unify this and move it over to some common library, okay, so that returns the argument for making common actually have a cmake list.txt, and we should add a library. We're going to make it little c common, and we'll statically link it, and we'll throw in token to string.cpp. leave the include directories alone just for now. We're going to get compile options. And privately, we'll just enable that. And I'll just git move. Token to string, which should end up going actually to common. And then we'll move the AST stuff also to common. I'll work out what needs to be added later. For right now, we want to take common token to string HPP. And instead of needing to include this thing, we want to include the operations HPP. And here we'll want to replace that with operation binary. And this will be operation unary. And then value type. We'll need also a value type. Okay. Value type, user value. Actually, no, user. I want to rename this. So this enum represents the type of the literal that we have encountered from the user. We could call it literal type. And the reason it's an enum is because we store it as a string in the AST, as a raw string in the AST. So to make sure it's unambiguous whether it was a numeral 5 or a double quotes 5 or a single quotes 5, we carry around an enum telling us what type it should be. So let's call it literal type. And we should steal from ASTs. This would be an expression node. And we steal from user value, this one. Yes, yes, yes. This will be called literal type. And we don't need a namespace for it. We just need a if and def literal type HPP. And then we do course this, and we say it also at the very end we want to end if on that. That's really easy. We'll worry about this once we get the library sorted. So literal type. And we just overload talk to string based on that. Yep. We're just token to stringing. Then we need to edit the token to string source file. Yeah, technically I should have that. Use of operand. This is local, so it's perfectly fine to write something like this. There. So that solves that. AST. We do include the common. See if we order the build now. Token to string is not found. Right, because in this AST we don't need token to string anymore. And we have a stop already. So the first thing we need to stop on is this guy here, because now it comes from this is the trick. Can't quote it. We can't angle it. What if we remove common and then trust that let's trust the include directory logic. So target, include directories, common, interface. Oh, actually, better idea. What if we just go over to the AST, an expression node, and then let's order that. And then we'll get the common, list off a include directory that is public to this one. Okay, that was a set of different errors. Very good. In fact, what I'll do is I'll grab all these errors and drop them into... Nope, that's the wrong channel. Drop that into a lol.txt. This is a practice I really like to do because now I can read every error in its own little way. So this error comes out of course, there's going to be a lot of errors for this. Source AST expression node. We want the literal type. And here we also need to include the literal type. Excessive elements in struct initializer. You're right, because this should be literal type. We'll not change the name just yet. Okay, that's fine. No, bidcast declared here. Yeah, okay. AST nodes. CPP. That's happening here. is comparison. I see what we're doing. I remember this code. It's a bit of old code, but basically the argument here is we need to detect whether something is a comparison. And you know what? This is actually something we could put in the common, because common, uh, well, for now I'm going to do this, but we can say something like operand types, or it's not operand, or operation. Actually, you know what? Let's just put them in operation, because we already have that. Don't need to add another name for this stuff. So under this, I will yank this guy, paste this here. Binary op. Binary. Constexpr. Operand. Yep, there. Thing we're operating over. Oh, yeah, it's not an operand, it's an op. Let's use operat for that. Operat. And then this, instead of using its own logic, should just return is comparison, where we pass in the op. In fact, we should pass it to operation is comparison. Look at that. And we can do the same thing here, where we say return operation is short-circuiting of op. And we use the same object here. It's expr. Yep. Bool is short-circuiting. We will explicitly write this as no except. And here we take the binary operat. Operat is binary Boolean OR. Operat is a binary AND. Okay. That's a nice simple way to write it. Now we need to write whether it's arithmetic. We should additionally write that these are no discard, so you can't just call them for no reason. Yep. So you can't just call them to drop the result, because otherwise you're wasting our time. Or more actually, you're wasting the compiler's time having it resolve the problem. Okay, so arithmetic. That is of a binary operat as well. No, accept, please. Change this like curly's return operation is arithmetic op. There. These are all binary actions. Yeah, look at that. We can get all of those eliminated. And expression nodes again. So at this point, what I tend to do if I see this much, like we're always 68 lines in there, I just rerun Ninja. Just have it spit out the next list of arguments to analyze. This is just mechanical now, and I like that. You can just mechanically do this. AST parser. Actually, it's not GD, it's GF. 511. And I want to... Let's make a new. W shift J. Above 1, please. Okay. 511. We have AST binary operand. I don't know. This is now a operation binary. Yep. That's 511, which then works there. Then 527. We also have this error, which is, this is binary as well, so operation binary. And as you notice, the tokens are different. And the reason for that is now we're changing from a syntax level to a semantic level. Right? Though you could reasonably argue that as long as every operation is represented by a single token, it should be fine. Though that's a bit beyond the scope of this refactoring. Operation binary. We change through the semicolon until we get operation binary. Wait, no, this isn't binary, this is unary. Yeah, as it says, I should have read. It says parse unary. Member access. Well, we only used this once, so I'm fine with it being a bit longer. Operation binary member access. Val type. Actually, no, it's not that. It's now literal type. Literal type. Okay, that's nice. So we've ran through all that. And now we get to update the tests. The new parser test. Let's just use a substitution. So over the entire file, find me AST user val value type. Place this with literal type So now we need to work on the AST binary expr operand. We need to replace that not with literal type, but with operation binary. Type substitutions. Well, I'll leave that alone. Giant amounts of macro issues, and now ninja that out again. Okay. Of course, we have this issue. Source visitor type checker. There's no such thing as AST toString. We now use common toString. And we now also check up on CodeGen. This is one of those problems of refactoring where you kind of have to do it in one fell swoop. So I'm not really going to be stopping anytime soon, it looks like. Though I probably for cleanliness should have. It's one of those things where practice is required. And then let's just do the newest addition, AST to CFG. This is a class dealing with converting the existing syntax tree into the yes, now I have to do the unary. This is a class dealing with the converting the existing syntax tree into a control flow graph. Yes, I did simply mean operation. Thank you. And then this is also unary. Yeah. Let's see if this, we have our, yeah, there we go. And then that removes all of that. Do parser test, compiling again. Okay. Ran about 2 parallel things and then it died on us. CPP. Just running the changes. Token to string. They're in the AST namespace? They are in the AST namespace. I don't like that. Token to string HPP. These shouldn't be in the AST namespace. They should probably be in the common namespace, though I think talk to string. For now, we'll just not group them and then say to do namespace. Which then also means we have to open up the token to string CPP. Yeah. And here as well, I think, no, I'll be fine with I'll be fine removing them. Now here, used an our token to string, do you mean talk to string? Yeah, additionally at this point we should switch over to using the full name. And here, unary. And we get the literal type. Honestly, if that's the case, remove that. G to the bottom here, slash value, underscore type, replace with literal underscore type. Yep. Token to string. Token to string. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Sadly, I probably should have done this in a lot smaller patches. But it is kind of a big refactoring. The serializer. Yeah, this makes sense. Another thing that I did while I was gone was work on the serializer. So I can serialize an item down to so that we can serialize the AST for printing. Allows a much more precise version of the AST. Oh, okay, let's see what we got here. Failed linkage, undefined reference. Little C didn't build the right. Well, serializer tester also failed. Let's see if the CMake thing. Yep, that makes sense. libc here did not, little c did not take the, though it should have. 1 second. Source, common, no wait. The AST uses it, I believe. So I can ask the AST, why did it not do that? Link libraries, publicly, we link against little c. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Ah, let's be explicit. Let's link against it here. This time we don't need the saving it off into a file. Logic. Huh. Serializer test and little c fails. Wait, let me check the common. Aha, there's my. Well, let's just see what's in. CPP files are in here. Ah, yes. I want ls on this, please. Yeah, the only thing needed is string to token. Huh. Odd. So we add common. That gets that. We add this to the library. Okay, we link that in. We include the directories. We add our compile definitions. We get our preheaders. We should have this public. Let's just explicitly public that. Add executable target options. A little C here. C libs there. It should. Huh. Keyword for the signature is already being used. It's already little C. All the uses of this. The keyword signature for link target link libraries has already been used with this. All uses the target are either all keywords or all blank. Line 54. Okay, let's see what if we grab, what if we put, well, let's just see what the tests link against. Yeah. Let's go read what the target link library says. Created by non-executable. If this policy is set to new, repeat calls. Hmm. Huh. Interesting. I see what's happening. It's citing for, notice that it's citing 54 here, right? But we actually have the error at 68. So what's at 68? Aha! LOVM libraries and Lyra. This we will consider private to us. You don't need to link against them if you have them. Well, actually, no, we'll consider this public. Let's see if that works now. Ah, cripe. Actually, that's good, though. This is good. This I kind well, actually, no, this is not good. See? We got that. Again. Um, hmm. Why is an undefined reference? Why are these undefined references? Because the headers accept them. Do we not link against that library? Let's see, Clang++, when we link serializer test, and we take in lib test, lib AST, lib type, lib common is taken in. Yes. And same thing here, lib little c common. Target compile options private OG. Static. Why is this going wrong? Undefined reference. Well, we can do an obj dump. on lib. Okay. Uh, dash x, please. Well, that's a lot of information that I don't need. Let's go for disassemble all. Let's see. Yeah, we do have operation : binary. Wait, is that the error we're getting? Yeah, we have this is there. Okay, huh. Very weird. Because, huh. So we got this undefined reference to token string with an ABI CSX of C++11, and it's binary. But if you look in here, token string ABI C11, yeah. Well, let's go with a ninja clean, followed by a ninja. If it fails multiple times, just go for a clean build. Okay. That's expected. We failed. Because it's the serializer test and little c. But no other test. So the serializer and the main fail. Let's see, those are both in AST. It could be a link order thing. So let's see, AST. Yep, let's try that. Let's just change the order there and hope something. Nope. Okay. So this fails. We're having this issue in main. It's when we include the serializer. Does that change anything? Nope. Yep, linking statically. Lyra. Paste that here. Ooh. Okay. So you have to link the common before you link the other stuff. That makes sense. Let's go to here. Link libraries. Why? Why would I need to do that? I think it's because, yeah, order of linking matters. We want the AST. Oh, wait. Let me just check that the AST we mark as depending upon. Okay, the AST, we do depend upon it. And we do have the serializer there, so we do depend upon this. Is this? Unsure. Is it my aggressive garbage collection? Let's make this work. Actually, no, I don't want. I want that to work, and I want this to work. Is it aggressive garbage collection that's hitting me? I think maybe it's this, yeah. Let's try not GCing the sections. Just yet. Nope. So garbage collecting the sections doesn't help. Common is deployed before that. Common is added here. What if we put common before AST in this list? So now we wait for a little bit while it builds everything. Okay. We add AST before common in the serializer test, and we add AST before common. Yeah, AST before common. I think that's the problem. Common's first here. Okay. So let's see if this change anything. Get little library. AST, then the common. Why? But should the order of linking matter? I am unsure. Here's common, here's AST. Yeah. Unsure if the linking order should matter. Hmm. No, that doesn't change anything. Root directories. Just read what happens if you do multiple of these calls. Created, sent to new. Repeated calls for the same target appends in the order called. Just a bit of water. Let's, yeah. the project and already dependencies automatically to build situation the new. Yeah. Hmm. This is odd. Very odd. Split that. No, I don't want to store that. Yes, I do want to restore this. No, I don't want to restore that. Let's try now building. Okay, so that's the command that failed. Where we have common twice. Interesting. Still failed to get it. Let's see. Hmm. So for this guy, we'll throw in the common. Where is the test? I forget where the test directory is included. Oh, great job. Oh, wait, no, the test directory is included lower than us. This is where the test directory is included. Yeah. This is correct. We do the token to the string, yeah. We have the correct import, yes. That gets the visitor file gets built by the library here. By this library here, we target compile options, target link libraries, yeah. Let me just check that the source file is as expected. Ah! Ah! This is why I had that one warning on that didn't. Did that warning do anything? Yep. I had a sneaking suspicion that it's that. Okay. I thought I had a thing that was supposed to prevent that. Missing declaration I thought was supposed to prevent that. Because Clang doesn't check on that? Huh. Okay, so. Now if I get restore that. Well, that's fine to have. And then if I do git restore over the main CMake, nope, nope, nope. Let's do that, because that should be done transitively. We don't need the public explicit anymore. And yeah, we should be able to throw that out. This is the part where we walk backwards through a bunch of changes just to be sure that they were actually unnecessary. There we go. Look at that, much less changes. So let's gap in everything in source. No, I don't want to change that. No, I don't want to change that. Yes, we do need to add the common. Yes, AST now depends upon common for getting the token. Yes, we do want to do that. Yes, we do want to do that. Yes, we want to do that. I just like this as well. This is a nice way to read up the change. Operations in the parser. Well, nodes should technically have that, but yeah, let's add that as well. On this file, move on. Yep, we now use the full word token. I like these shortenings. That's much shorter now. Wait, I just noticed something. This is just copying. Like, oh, this is equivalent to saying unary_op.op is the same thing as unary_expr.op. And this is one of the reasons I do that kind of stuff. Because now we can just declare that. Yeah. And there's some more refactoring I could do here, but nope, nope. Yep. Control flow constant value type. This is why you don't do multiple refactorings, because you realize how big your refactoring is going to be. I think I'm just going to have to... I want to do the control flow thing as well. So that's in control flow, nodes, control flow, node HPP, value type. Is it the exact same list as operations? Or no, the literal type? Null identifier integer floating character boolean string. But 40. Done for this whole file. Yep. Do you want to take this change? Yep, I do want to take these two changes. Yep. 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 Everything in this file, please. Yep. Everything in this file. This is a lot of change. But yeah, we should be fine to compile this. Or no, we have to also add literal type. Git add source. This is why you don't make a big change, because time to write the commit. Moved common enums and related functions to separate library. The library. There was a lot of duplication between AST and CFG regarding binary expr operation internal enum definitions. Internal enum definitions and let's also say that we solved unary, addressed unary as well. Along with value type for user val constant. Yep. And mark that these are code names. Yep. And look, even after all that, we actually have line deletions. About 8 or so lines deleted in total. So, that was not a very good commit. I just have to get back into it. Well, we'll have more time over the coming months to do that. So, hope to see you around.